Unless you want to, then go ahead. If
Are
you got
we
something bad to say
all
about
the way
somebody,
live?
we are all the way live. We're all the way live. God, my voice just cracked like a fucking teenager's. Did you guys hear that?
I was gonna say, what you just hit senior year?
I know. I'm about to fucking. My balls are fixing to drop. Apparently,
You just came from the cafeteria eating some school pizza.
so funny thing. When I was in like middle school, I never ate the food at school. I always just got like snacks. I would get like a Hawaiian punch and a nutty bar or something. That would be
I was
my
gonna say, Funyuns and a nutty bar seems like your kind of move.
And that's why I'm so fucking. That's probably why I'm still so scrawny because I never ate any actual goddamn food. I just ate chips.
Not me. I'd get the pasta bar times two. I'd be like, give me one of them cheese pasta bars and one of them meat sauce pasta bars.
How about you, Glenn? What did you eat in middle school for lunch?
Oh, lots of junk.
I bet. Gruel. Sorry, I was watching an episode of The Office and he was talking about food in prison and he kept calling it gruel. There's gruel 3 times a day. I'm like, what the fuck is gruel?
Oh no, I wasn't Oliver Twist.
Who's Oliver Twist?
Dickens' character.
The Artful Dodger.
The Artful Dodger, all that stuff.
Oh, so the mayor does know. One of us knows. One of us knows what the fuck we're going on here.
Yeah.
Let's
I was
say
more of
we
a
go-
Tale of Two Cities man myself, but Dickens was all right.
The only British thing that I watched when I was a child was Monty Python. I watched Monty Python and the Holy Grail, which I found fucking hilarious when I was 12.
Yes.
Yeah,
I think everybody the age of 12.
It's but a flesh wound. Look, look, you stupid bastard! You've got no arms left. That's my favorite line of the whole movie.
Whew.
Anywho, we're not here to discuss British comedy or Monty Python or anything of that nature. What time is it?
It's 2:00 here.
Oh, it's only 2:00. No, that's because we.
Because you go, you get your hour tonight. Oh.
Yeah, we get our hour back. No, tomorrow night.
Wait, we have a time change tomorrow?
No,
Yep.
Sunday.
Saturday into Sunday morning.
I didn't
isn't it?
even know that. I thought we were done with those time changes.
No, we got this one and then the one more back, and then we're done.
Before we get past the bar question with it being 2 a.m., Glenn, what time does your bar scene close in?
The bar! I'm obligated.
The bar. Not Seamus, not Seamus and Cesaro. I mean the actual bar.
I'm sorry. Ask your gun that question again.
Legally, they don't
Okay,
have
you
to
do.
shut.
Oh. It's like
Um,
Vegas.
It could be a 24-hour drinking, but there's very few places that do now.
Hmm.
It's only like really touristy in London, places like that stay open really late.
Gotcha.
What about you, Mayor? What time do the bars close where you live?
2 a.m.
It's 2 a.m. here too. Yeah, it
I
used
mean,
to be
there
1
are
a.m.
places that are open till 4, but they're legally supposed to shut off their alcohol
Yeah,
sales
they
until
can't.
2.
Yeah, see, they try to do that here and open
Legally.
up places
Yeah,
after
that's it.
hours. Yeah, they try to do that here. They open up places after hours where they say they don't have alcohol. Then you find out in 3 to 6 months that the place is getting busted and shut down because they've been serving alcohol after 2 a.m.
Yeah.
After there's been many drunken brawls. It's like, yeah, that's why they send people home at 2 a.m. because that's when you want to fight.
Yeah. Well, these places typically charge like a BYOB and allow you to bring your own drinks in. And then they just charge you to bring your drinks in. And they're allowed to get away with that.
What time do they stop selling booze at the stores at 2 a.m. too?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
the
you
same
can't buy. Actually, I think it's 1 a.m., which is weird.
It might be the same. Fuck, I haven't seen 1 a.m. and I don't know how long. So
Poor Glenn. It's already 2:03 now.
Glenn's like, what do you mean? I've seen 1 a.m. every day this week, pal.
Yeah,
What are you drinking there, buddy?
just Coke.
Oh, I love a good Coke during the podcast. I always have one too, Glenn. You're in good company.
I have a Mountain Dew.
Oh, a hard Mountain Dew. How those taste?
Pretty good. I like them. The Baja Blast is by far the best one.
Does it taste like a Baja Blast?
It
soda?
tastes identical. Like you
No
can't tell the
shit.
difference. If
Wow.
you put 2 of them down and drank one of each, you'd have no idea. But the regular Mountain Dew, it's not as great. And then there's also a watermelon and black cherry, and they're not as good either. But the Baja Blast is phenomenal.
Yeah, I heard somebody. There was a guy who does a radio show here, and he said he was trying them. He's like, I don't really drink pop. He's like, but if you drank pop, I imagine you could just pound those Baja Blast ones because they taste just like soda.
Yeah, it's great. Those ones are all gone, so now I'm stuck with the lead-ins.
Now you got to drink the non-good ones.
So are we watching or picking first?
We're going to go ahead and make the picks first.
Make
and
the
then
picks first.
Then we're going to watch a little bit of Survivor Series 1989, which the mayor and I will continue to do every Friday this month. Also, if you haven't heard, me and the man below here, me and GA WrestleNut Glenn are going to be starting a World Cup podcast toward the end of the month too. So if you're a soccer fan, and even if you're not a big soccer fan, I am a soccer fan, but I certainly don't know as much about the game as I'd like to know. And Glenn knows a whole lot about it, so he's going to teach me. So maybe you can learn too. So be on the lookout for that. You got anything you want to add to that, Glenn?
No. We just we're doing away with the wrestling for a few months.
Well, Glenn,
I
was just thinking, like, with the World Cup on, I'm not even going to have fucking time to watch all that wrestling. So we might start trying to talk about it because I'll just be watching soccer.
Yeah.
Now, are you guys just going to watch, like, fairly every single game that you can? Or do you just really have a specific country that you're going to be rooting for that you're obviously going to watch?
I normally just watch every game I can.
All right.
I'm the same way. I'm going to watch every game I get my eyes on too. Yeah.
I basically do that now.
Right.
So at the moment, they're playing like 3 or 4 games a week to cram all the European games and the domestic games in before the World Cup.
Oh yeah, makes sense.
Like 4 or 5 days a week, there's football on. So.
And I look at these sort of things like the World Cup, like it doesn't happen every year. It's a once every 4 years kind of thing. And I want to see as much of it as I fucking can. So yeah, I'll be trying to watch it all.
Especially when your country's involved. It always makes it more interesting.
Yeah, we've got a fairly good chance of... You think we get out of the group round?
I would think so. I think you'd come out with us, yeah.
Okay.
I would think so. I would hope that we could beat Iran. And Wales does have a pretty good team, but I feel like we could
give them a game.
Give them a game. And then the England game for me is iffy, and I'm sure Glenn feels the same way.
Yeah. I'm having to practice calling it soccer.
So we've got Iran, Wales, and the UK.
And England.
England.
Yeah.
Wales is UK as well.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. It's a weird thing to try to figure out, so don't feel bad, Mayor. We're all confused. We're all fucking confused. You know what isn't in the UK, Mayor? And that's Saudi Arabia. That's not in the UK.
Thank God.
They don't need those problems.
No, enough of our own.
Not throwing shade because we've got plenty of them as well. We've got a big crown jewel event coming up tomorrow. A lot of matches that are going to be a lot of fun to watch. I'm actually pretty excited about this card. Glenn, how excited are you for this card?
I am actually very excited for this card. It's a very good card. It's just a shame where it is.
We're just going to forget all about that. We're going to pretend like it's in Canada.
I tell you what, though, what WWE have done over the last few years, people have been very critical of them. But if you think back to the first crown jewel, when it was all the royal princes all just round the front and some blokes shoved up the back.
Mm-hmm.
And that was it. To where they are now, where they've got the women wrestling, there's women in the crowd, there's kids, it's a whole different ball game to how it was. So At least in their little micro world, they've made a difference.
I mean, you can't exact change all at once, and I don't want to. I'm not trying to, downplay whatever goes on there because we know there's certainly not good things that happen. But like I think Jeremy said this before on your guys' podcast too, our country's not that great either. You know what I mean? We're not fucking angels either. So, and just because the regime or whatever in Saudi Arabia might be bad doesn't mean that every person in Saudi Arabia is a bad person. So they deserve to see entertainment just like you and I do. So I kind of try to look at it in that light, as opposed to look at it as just in a bad light. which I try to do that with all wrestling. But
And the thing is, you see the kids there in the crowd for these, and this is the one live event that they get to go to, wrestling event they get to go to. Yeah.
right.
So it's like watching the kids' reactions from back in the day before the internet and everything.
And I feel like the people that are there, it is the best crowd. I know I'll probably get fight back on that from someone, but watching that crowd, I feel like it's like giant Mid-South wrestling.
It is.
Because everyone is into it, and I feel like they get so wrapped up into it, and because they're not so, I should say, I don't know how to say, like, it's not their regular routine where they're seeing wrestling all the time.
Right.
Probably, it's my assumption. I don't know, but they aren't seeing it all the time, and they're definitely not seeing it live. So they're wrapped up into this, like this is still real to them.
Yeah.
And that's what's so incredible about it. Like it like warms my heart just to think that like these people get to watch it and they're so like brought into it that they're getting like natural emotion where everyone else is just chanting something stupid all the time just to chant and be part of the crowd, where these people are like wrapped up and like tied to what's going on into the ring and not trying to steal the show
themselves. They're
themselves.
actually cheering for the people that they want to win and booing the people that they want to lose. It's not some sort of, we're going to chant, "This is awesome," while two people stare at each other.
No,
they haven't done a move, but somehow this is awesome.
Yeah.
No, it's incredible the crowd reactions that you get there. And it feels good to see the kids in the crowd as well, where you don't see that as much anymore. I mean, you still do, but not to the extent of what you see in Riyadh.
That's right.
That's right. That's right. Well, let's do this. Let's make some picks here. Let's get it started with, let's see. We'll go with the 6-man tag team match. It's the OC AJ Styles. Look who's back in Saudi Arabia. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, not Kyle Anderson, sorry. Carl Anderson versus the Judgment Day, Finn Balor, Damian Priest, and Dominic Mysterio. Glenn, you're the visitor, so we let you go first.
It's a toughie, but I think OC are going to do it. Just for the fact that they're brought the pair back.
Right.
Otherwise, why would they bother with this whole 6-man tag thing?
It's a very, very good point.
So, yeah, OC for me.
Mayor, what do you think?
Write these down, didn't I?
I'm trying to picture whether or not Rhea actually went along with the trip, and if she's going to be there, if she's going to play into it, and if she is there, if there's another woman that is going to be joining in with the OC, because right now it's only a 6-man tag match, right?
Yeah. 6-man, yep.
And I was just trying to think, like, what woman on the roster right now would be able to go over there and still be able to nullify the Rhea effect.
There is one name that just came to my mind that when Gallows and Anderson had their first run in WWE, she kind of was in a few segments with them, and I'm going to say Dana Brooke, perhaps, might be that person.
Oh gosh, yeah, I remember that was the nursing segment.
Yes.
See, I was thinking more along the lines of this is where Beth Phoenix comes back after they beat up Beth Phoenix. But I don't know if she's making a trip over there without Edge, and Edge isn't on the card that I know of.
No, he's not.
So unless somehow Edge is getting substituted in, it doesn't make sense to me. But I think the OC wins it here. I think it's time to. I think they win it here.
Don't talk yourself out of it.
I'm not going to talk myself out of it. The OC wins it here. I agree with Glenn. Glenn is a brilliant mind, so I'm agreeing with Glenn.
Being that I am the champion and retaining is kind of what I want to do, I'm just going to go with you guys and say, yep, OC is going to win this thing. Why not? Why don't I pick the other team?
Can't lose on a tie.
That's right. That is right. So they just put this crew back together, and I don't think they've got any wins over the Judgment Day yet. So this just feels like the one where you just give the OC this win. I seen this thing on Twitter, and it was like, who's your favorite member of Judgment Day? And I thought that everyone should have to say Rhea Ripley, or she's going to come over your house and beat you up. So those are your two options.
Steal your kids' Halloween candy
and beat you up,
and then beat you up,
and then she
not
won't
in the way
even
that you
it.
want.
And then she wouldn't even eat the Halloween candy because she probably doesn't eat candy because look at her. All right, the next match. We got our first Haas fight of the evening. It is one big man versus another big man. Braun Strowman taking on Omos. The mayor's excited for this one, and he gets to pick first.
I'm very excited on this. I love these big guy fights. I know they get a lot of, negative reactions from the whole IWC Super Marquee crowd that wants to see people dive in and out of the ring a lot. But I am excited about this.
Before you say anything,
yes.
Have you both seen SmackDown tonight?
No.
I have not. Well, I did. I watched the Gunther Rey Mysterio match, and that was it.
I will partake of a bit of knowledge then that may help your decision. Omos is already in Saudi Arabia, but MVP came out, called out Braun with 5 blokes. Braun Strowman destroyed the 5 blokes and then destroyed MVP.
Oh, so MVP won't be there.
He probably will be, but he'll be like in a neck brace and it'll be the usual.
I'm pretty sure SmackDown was taped earlier in the week. I don't think this was live. So
I am going to go. I'm going to go with Braun Strowman wins here. I think that they brought him back, and if Roman retains, I think Braun Strowman could be the next guy in line after putting down Omos to go after the Roman Reigns championship belt. I feel like that's a possibility, but I'm just going to say Braun Strowman wins here. I think that they'd keep the locomotive of a choo-choo running around the ring going.
So the mayor chooses Braun Strowman.
Yes, sir.
To say here, I think you're right. I think they brought him back. I think they've got a lot more invested in Strowman than they do at Omos at this point. So I do think that Braun Strowman wins. I don't love Braun Strowman being in a feud for any world title. I just feel like Braun Strowman's a guy that doesn't need to be anywhere near a world title picture. It doesn't work for me. I don't know why, but it never has. Because he just seems like an unstoppable monster. And once he gets the belt, who the fuck's going to beat him? You know what I mean?
The big guy chasing the belt is hard to get behind as a fan.
Right.
So I see what you're saying, yes.
Right. So what do you think, Glenn? You going the other way?
I'm going the other way. I've already written it down. Almost for that reason tonight that MVP definitely going to be there, and he'll get up to something to cost Braun Strowman the match.
Now, did you guys see the weigh-in or whatever you want to call the face-off that they had in Saudi Arabia? That they did this afternoon. Yeah, it was pretty cool. I liked it. It was classic, getting each other's faces, and I don't know. It brought that real life fight feel to me. Just seeing those two monster men, and Triple H was doing the whole Dana White, standing in between them, pushing them back as they're trying to move towards each other, and it was done really well. I liked it. I love that real life fight feel, and trying to present this as a real product instead of Flippy Fest.
That is fair. All right, we'll go with the tag team match next. It is the women's tag team championship match. Alexa Bliss and Asuka, newly won tag team champions. I think they won it on Monday night. They are going to take on Damage Control, which is Dakota Kai and Io Sky. I get to pick first. Part of me wants to say that Damage Control takes them back here, and they only gave Alexa and Asuka this just so they could get a title change on the show. But also, why would they put them on Alexa and Asuka to take them off so quick? And the last thing I think that the women's tag team championship belts need right now is to, be flip-flopping, every other week. I just don't think that that's, especially with the state that they're in already. I know all of us are going to agree that they should probably just do away with this altogether because they're not fully invested in it. I'm going to pick Alexa and Asuka retain just because I don't have any good reason why Damage Control should take it back. Glenn?
Yeah. It's definitely going to be Alexa and Asuka. I think they'll get it back at somehow Survivor Series War Games rather than here.
Mayor of Canton, what do you think?
It's going to be another clean sweep on this one. I'm not going to have to worry about losing your belt on this one because we all agree here. I see zero reason to put the belts on someone and take it off of them within a week, ever. I know it's happened a lot of times in history of wrestling, but they need to build up some significant time in these tag belts if they ever want a chance of trying to put some prestige on them and make them important.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure that Alexa and Asuka are the team to do that, but still, I don't want to see them flip-flopped in a week's time. So
I know a tag team in NXT that should come up and get those titles and keep them for a while.
Yes, I guess I can run. You're on the same page as me, but I guess we can ask the pretty deadly question, and I'm not going to do the hip thrusting. But did they show the side plates with Alexa and Asuka? Was there a side plate check with them?
No side plate checks for
No
them.
side plate checks with them.
No.
Okay. All right. I'm still picking Alexa and Asuka. I just want to say side plate check.
Hopefully during the match they'll get a side plate check.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now we got this qualifies as another Haas fight, and this one's going to take place in a steel cage. It is Drew McIntyre taking on Karrion Kross. Glenn, you picked Drew McIntyre to beat Karrion Kross at the last pay-per-view. You going to do it again?
They've got to give him a win sooner or later. and it's going to be anywhere. It's going to be in the cage where there can't be any interference.
Yeah, because Scarlett, well, I mean, if she's there, I think she can get in that cage.
Mm-hmm.
All they do is fill the arena up with water, and she'll float all the way to the top, and she'll be right. That's how it happens.
That's a lot of cage for a 5 foot tall person to climb.
That's true. Maybe she goes in the door. She doesn't have to climb it.
That's true.
Yeah. So Glenn is picking Drew. So Mayor, what about you?
Oh, did you pick Drew then, Glenn?
I did pick Drew, yes.
I think this one is a tough one for me to pick. This might be the hardest match for me to pick because I don't think that they want to get off Karrion Kross's streak of winning, but I don't think they want to continue Drew's streak of losing either. And I don't know what you do here. So, man, I'm going to go Kross. I think Kross wins just because he's got some help on the side to some way help him. I don't know whether Scarlett just shuts the door on Drew's head as he's trying to escape, because that doesn't take a lot of effort. You just shut a door.
Mm-hmm.
And gosh, I can't remember who had the one door shut. I think it was Hennig on Ric Flair's head that made him go deaf for a while.
Oh, War Games, yeah.
Yeah, that was so bad.
Yeah.
So I'm picking Scarlett and Kross.
Ooh. God damn it. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
So now you actually have to pick someone. You can't just pick it the same one.
I just can't. I'm gonna go with Kross. I just think Scarlett will somehow make herself known in this match if she's there, or if she isn't. Fuck, man. I'm taking Kross anyway. I'm not talking myself out of it. I'm going with Karrion Kross. What do we got next? It's another tag team match. It's for the Undisputed Tag Team Championships. It's the Usos versus the Brawling Brutes. Mayor of Canton, you've got the one in the air, so you picking the Usos?
Yeah, sure. I'm picking the Usos. I still don't see why they take the belts off the Usos. Honestly, I wish that there was someone else that was representing the tag team championship. Not that I don't like the Usos. I just feel like they're not doing a whole lot with them other than being Roman's portion of a comedy act. I don't know. I really like the Usos. I like them in the ring. I like what they're doing with Reigns. I just don't think that they need the belts to be doing what they're doing with the Reigns and be a part of the storyline that they're in. But I still don't see it as you put it on the Brawling Brutes. So for that matter, the Usos retain.
They're going to keep it Usy. They're going to
keeping it Usy.
I can tell you who you're not going to see on this show, Sami Zayn, because he don't fucking go to these things. So
No.
the crowd was. I did see this at that press conference today. They were chanting, "We want Sammy," and Roman got on the mic and said, "With the way y'all been acting today, you don't deserve Sammy."
Was that in Saudi Arabia?
I was in Saudi Arabia. Yeah,
they were cheering for Sammy. Wow,
they really were. He ain't coming. He don't want to. He don't want to do it. All right. Yeah, I gotta agree with you. I don't see any chance that the Brawling Brutes take the belts off the Usos at this point. So I think, this is gonna be a hell of a match because these guys. I think they had a match on SmackDown that was really good. So I think they're gonna tear the house down with this one. So I'm picking the Usos too. Glenn.
Yeah, it's Usos. There's no way the Brawling Brutes are going to have the titles. They're building up. They were doing it tonight. They're building up to the big thing of New Day trying to protect their longest title reign against the Usos.
That's a great point. I didn't think about that one.
Yeah, I think that's more of the money tag team match than Usos and Brawling Brutes.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so I'm just keeping track of how many matches I got left here. Okay, the next one is the Hoss fights to end all Hoss fights. The biggest Hoss fight in the history of Saudi Arabia, probably. It's Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley. I imagine to say this is going to be hard hitting and physical would be the most biggest understatement of the year. I also believe it is a no holds barred match. So anything's going to go in this thing. Oh, it's hard to say. I do think Brock is going to win, but I really would like to see Bobby go over here. I think it would help Bobby out tremendously. Bobby's on TV every week. Brock Lesnar's not on TV every week. I just think this would be a huge win for Bobby Lashley, but I don't think they're going to do that. I do think Brock Lesnar is going to win, but it would be great if Bobby Lashley did win. What do you think, Glenn?
This is probably the toughest one of the lot because it's just a throwaway match. It's a dream match rather than
right
for any reason. Yeah, because it's Saudi Arabia and they'll go for the pop. It's going to be Brock.
Saudi Arabia, they go for the pop. It's got to be Brock. It's got to be. That's a song right there, Glenn. You should write that down. What do you think, man? Are you going with us or are you taking Bobby?
Since Saudi Arabia likes the pop, and I like the candy you put in your mouth that pops, I'm going with Pop Brocks.
I like soda pop.
Brocks.
So I think Brock wins it here. I think that they actually had Lashley win one match against him, but it wasn't a one-on-one, I don't think. I think it was...
It was. At the Royal Rumble, Reigns helped him win.
That's right.
Yeah.
And so I think Brock wins here, kind of get the, the rubber match for maybe WrestleMania and have these two have a final match. Now, this is how I'm dream booking it. I don't care what anyone else thinks. Brock wins here, and then they have their rubber match in the fight pit, and Daniel Cormier is the referee for that match.
Yeah.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
So that's how I see it.
I like that. That's a great idea. All right, now we have the last women's standing match. It is Bianca Belair defending the Raw Women's Championship against Bayley. I'm glad I don't have to pick first, Glenn. You got to.
Well, I've just written down Bayley before I changed my mind. I've been thinking it all week. After them taking the tag team titles off of the other two, they're going to have to give them a title back. So I think Bayley will beat Bianca.
There we go. Thanks, man. Okay. Thanks, pal. You got it in. We appreciate that. Mayor, what do you think?
I was going to ask Glenn who Bayley was challenging for the title, but he since he filled it in and said it for me, I don't have to now. I agree with Glenn here. I do not think that Damage Control is going to come away with all three belts, but I do think that they come back with one of them, and I think that that's the Raw Women's Championship. And Bailey comes back and gets to be super obnoxious with her Raw Women's Championship.
Oh God, that'd be great.
So that's how I see
love
it.
super obnoxious Bailey.
I think that'll be good.
As we know that the title's not good. The next time that Bianca and Bailey fight for the title will be at WrestleMania. Because we know, well, Survivor Series War Games, it will be a 3-on-3. It will be Damage Control against
could be. I see
Alexa,
a lot of
Alexa Asuka and Bianca again.
I'm trying to figure out where Charlotte and Becky are going to fall into all of this once Becky returns too, and what her timeline on the return is, to see on how all of this is going to play out. But I still think that Bailey wins the belt here.
I think Charlotte will go after Ronda Rousey.
That's what I'm hoping.
Sense. I just see a title unification match between Bianca Belair and Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania. that's what I think is going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
It makes the most sense. I'm going to agree with you both. I've been thinking it too. This is probably the time. If you're going to do it, you do it in a last woman standing match where Bianca can lose, but not look weak by losing, because she doesn't have to get pinned or she doesn't have to, submit or anything like that. I realize she's got to be down for a 10 count, but Bailey, that could happen by accident. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah, she could be under a pile of chairs or something. It's not going to be.
Yeah, exactly. So, I think this is a good time to put the belt on Bailey, and like you said, she'll come back and be super obnoxious. So, we all picked Bailey. We did pick some different ones, didn't we? There's a couple of different. Okay, just want to make sure. I don't know. The mayor might surprise us with the main event, which is going to be Roman Reigns versus Logan Paul, who his brother was with him at the press conference today. So I'm assuming his brother will be with him at ringside as well.
He will, yeah.
All right, the mayor of Canton, you get the great prestige to go first on this one.
Well, Hell's Bells. I don't know whoever says Hell's Bells, but I just did. I do think I might surprise you here. I think I'm going to surprise you both.
I think
right. I do like my Ohio boys, even when they're big, gigantic D-bags. And this one falls into that category, but he's grown on me in the ring. His 2 matches that he had, both fantastic work. His mic work, fantastic. Humongous following online. The quickest way that I think Triple H can grow interest in the product, he may turn off a lot of people by doing this. Maybe not a lot. They'll say, I'm canceling my WWE subscription forever on Peacock. I'm not, and be very upset about this. However, I think he gets a ton of little kids that play Fortnite and, the viewership that I think this will add a lot of viewers and may upset some people too at the same time. But anyway, I feel like Logan Paul wins the belt here and ends it. And there can even be reasoning behind it because Sammy wasn't there to help out. Jake was there and they were outnumbered. And I really think that there's a way to make this work. My wrestling brain isn't as great as Triple H or Jim Cornette or someone that can come up with a great finish, Pat Patterson, someone along those lines. God damn, pal. Well, anyway.
I'll tell you what you do. You put that Logan Paul guy in a box and he'll be over.
But I really think that there is a way to make this special and to shock the world where it's going to make major headlines and get a lot of viewers at the same time. Because I know WWE's YouTube numbers pay them a shit ton of money, like Saudi Arabia type of money on what they make on YouTube.
I don't know about Saudi Arabia, buddy.
Okay, yeah. Well, anyway, they make a ton of money off YouTube, and there is no, can't say no. He's probably a top 5 YouTube star, and there's no bigger way to make an impact to that market than put it on Logan Paul. So I see that this is the move. I think that they make the move. I'm not going to argue with it. I don't think that it's a terrible move. It's not David Arquette. Yeah, it's not David Arquette. Logan Paul is a legitimate athlete. He will fight. He's built like an athlete. He looks like an athlete. And there's not a better sports entertainer that could possibly be out there that they could just grab up off the street. He's entertaining. Logan Paul wins.
I mean, it's not the worst idea I've ever heard. I don't hate it. And also wouldn't be shocked if it happened. I mean, I'd be a little shocked, but I wouldn't be super shocked. But I don't think he's going to beat him. I think it's going to be a hell of a match. I mean, I know Logan Paul's only had, 2-3 matches, but were either one of them bad? Did you see him do anything bad when he was out there? I didn't. I thought it was good. I'm sure it's going to be good here. There's a lot of people in wrestling that are probably scumbags just like these guys, and we still fucking cheer for them. So we've been cheering for them for fucking 20 years. So let's all just fucking get over ourselves. And I've said this before, and I think a lot of the things that Jake Paul says when he's promoting boxing is all just bullshit. It's he's being a heel wrestler. That's exactly what he's doing. Yeah. And I know they've done bad stuff in the past, but they were young. And I mean, like I've always said, you want to call me on shit I did when I was young, I'm a bad person too. You know, I'm a terrible person at that point. But yeah, I just don't see it. I just don't see them having this guy take the belt off Reigns at this point. I'm picking Reigns. What do you think, Glenn? You get to be the final note on this.
Yeah. No, they're stick with Reigns. I think it was going to go with Roman.
Glenn pondered it for a second. I could see it.
Yeah. No, we're going to go Roman.
I feel like almost everyone is going to think that Roman's going to win here. And I don't know. I feel like there's something that could be very, very special if somehow Heyman aligned with Jake and Logan Paul and they became a new stable, and you let Heyman work with those two guys, because right now the Usos and the whole bloodline are starting to turn babyface with Sammy, and they don't need Heyman as much as to be the mouthpiece of the group. Where I think you could really have something special if you combined Heyman's abilities along with Jake and Logan Paul. That's all I'm saying.
No, I mean, everything that you're saying makes total sense, and I don't think you're wrong for saying it. I don't think you're fucking crazy for saying it. I just can't see that move getting made. So I know. There you go. Those are our Crown Jewel Blood Money 2022 picks.
Did anyone write these down?
Glenn, it's a good thing I have, yes.
Okay, thank you, Glenn. You're the responsible one.
The thing is, you go with Logan Paul, it means that we don't have to come up with a decider.
There we go. That's good. That's good news. All right. Well, are y'all ready to watch some Survivor Series?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
It's the 1989 Survivor Series. I've got it pulled up here. You can watch it on Spotify if you've got it, or you can watch along with us on Peacock. I'm at all zeros, and I'm going to count down from 3 to 1. When I say 1, you press play. Are you guys ready?
Definitely. Are we watching all 2 hours and 36 minutes?
No, absolutely not. We're going to watch one match of this thing tonight. That's it. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. That would be something if we watch the whole 2 hours. Oh, let's get a little bit of this.
Thanksgiving night, and this is the happiest time of year for all the maniacs, brother. You know, me and all my little Hulksters, we got a lot of things to be thankful for. Number one, we're thankful for being happy and very healthy.
Yep.
We're thankful for having time to share with our loved ones. We're also thankful that
Steroids.
WrestleMania is still the strongest force in the universe. And after the turkey.
All right. There we go. That's all I can do. That's all I can do.
Copyrights. Get ourselves in trouble here.
Look at him, pal.
The largest arms in the universe, running wild.
Oh, and the biggest star this year,
classic.
Virgil.
Classic money flip.
That was beautiful. Oh, look at these guys.
Demolition.
They're going to make you say the safe word.
Oh, man. It's the Macho King.
Yeah.
It's sure.
They have a Macho Man WrestleMania edition action figure coming out. Looks like a WrestleMania 6. I've got to have it. Oh,
yeah.
Lord,
Look at that handsomeness.
I can't pick against that man. I do like me some Dusty Rhodes.
Holy shit. He's got the old ball and chain. The boss man brought his wife. Isn't that nice?
That's how they keep his mom away from the fridge.
Yeah.
It's Bobby Heenan right there for you.
That was a lot of handsome in a row. We got Rick the Bottom Martell and Rick Rude. Oh, and Hot Rod.
Shirtless Hot Rod who's built
Shirtless
like
Hot
I
Rod.
am.
He does, yeah. Oh, absolutely perfect. This card is fucking stacked.
Yes, it is.
Oh, it's the Bushwhackers. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Are they going to make out? That was cute.
It's like the pass the pass the pumpkin from last week.
Yeah.
I heard
Oh,
Sheik
here
and
you go,
Nikolai
man.
were going all at it.
Oh. Hey, this is the
Power of the
trouble.
Warriors don't
This is the
celebrate
trouble from
Thanksgiving 'cause
deviating
turkey's
his
got too
comeback.
many carbs in it. Oh, it's the Warrior, and oh man, the Warrior probably Andre hated the Warrior, I'm sure. Well, I know he did.
Oh man, look at that team.
Oh,
Heenan's
Oh.
family versus the Ultimate Warriors.
I didn't know if Tully was on this show. I'm pretty sure Tully gets released soon after this, I think. Oh, Jimmy Superfly Murder. I mean, Snuka. We got the Rougeaus and the Bushwhackers. Rowdies.
The rude
Rowdies
brood.
and Rowdies and the Rude Brood. God,
Hacksaw
that is
Jim
a
Duggan
terrible
triggered out
picture
like a motherfucker.
of
Right.
Hacksaw.
Maybe the worst picture ever. Greg the Hammer Valentine. He looks like you're somebody's stepmom.
The
Oh, look at
cafeteria
that.
lady.
Here's some more sloppy joes. Yeah. This is the match
Oh.
we're going to be watching tonight. It's the Dream Team. Dusty Rhodes, Brutus the fucking Barber Beefcake, the Big Boss Man, Bad News Brown, Handsome Rick Martel, the Honky Tonk Man, Tito Santana, and the motherfucking red goddamn
Rooster.
So we have the split of the Strike Force there.
Mhm.
And the split of the Dream Team.
Oh, motherfucking Debo is on this show. I forgot about that.
He snatched gold chains.
That's right. That's my bike, punk.
That's
what he
my
told
bike.
Demolition.
You got him a 40, homie.
Glenn, have you seen Friday?
No.
Oh, God. Glenn, I don't know if we can be friends anymore. I'm just kidding. We are in Chicago, motherfuckers. That is right. And here we go.
We
Now
got Chicago. This is the
Yep.
first non-Cleveland, Ohio, or Richfield, Ohio Survivor
Yep.
Series.
the first non-Roosevelt, Ohio, yeah. Jesse the Body Ventura looking like a fucking pilgrim here. He said, Gorilla Monsoon, I'm about to steal some Native American land. That's what I'm about to do. Watch me.
Tatanka.
Watch me. We got some Hulk rule signs. Hail the Macho King. Somebody rooting on the bad guys. You didn't see that much in the 80s. I was going to say the 90s, but it's the 80s.
Well, he was the king, so I mean they have to
That's a
Yeah.
good point. You have to bow.
honor
to
their
the
king.
Oh, the Fink. Look at him.
He has such great hair. I wish I had hair like the Fink.
Take a trip down the cow. Oh my God! Look at this man.
He's fairly dry here for Thanksgiving.
He does.
He put on some clean. He just came fresh from the dry cleaner.
He's fairly clean for Thanksgiving. That's awesome. The toughest man there ever lived. Bad
That
news.
person
Brown.
that just hit him with a foam finger has a brave soul.
I wouldn't have done it. No, thank you.
No.
Spend my days working hard. Sorry, if I see a country singing wrestler, it just makes me go there.
Oh, man, two of my all-time favorite managers there.
Life is like the Royal Rumble. I love that line. That's my favorite line.
Slick,
that haircut.
Slick has some great words of wisdom.
If I told you that I had a haircut like that when I was like in 1st through 3rd grade, would you believe me?
Are you talking Slick?
No, no.
You're the Jerry
Cross my-
Curl.
Could you imagine?
Picture little
Me and
Brent
this-
with a Chicago Bears hat and a Jerry Curl hanging from the back of it.
Looking like fucking the white Easy E or some shit. No,
Easy B.
like Easy B. Well, I just found my rap name. I'll write that down. Easy B. Okay. No, like the Big Boss Man.
Oh, okay. I
Absolutely
believe it.
did.
Nice little
I
flat
did.
top.
They really did, yeah. Unfortunately. Arriba! I didn't get that in.
Tito has the Strike Force shirt on, but Strike Force is broken up.
Poor Terry Taylor.
He
Yeah.
really did. Well, what's my gimmick? You're a rooster.
Rooster.
Son of a bitch. You just have to peck around. Dusty's trying to make it work. He stole a nightstick here somehow.
Mary. I'm sorry. I always want to sing. I'm sorry. Oh, but Bad News Brown said I whooped his ass, and then I whooped his ass. I took his scissors, whooped his ass, and then I whooped his ass too.
Yes, I've always been a Bad News Brown fan.
Yes, for the same reason why I was always a Rhea Ripley fan. I don't want her to come down and beat me up. I don't want Bad News Brown to show up and beat me up. He's dead, and I don't want his ghost showing up to beat me up.
Now, have you seen Bad News Bears before?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Glenn, have you seen the Bad News Bears?
Yes.
Okay, thank God.
The non Billy Bob Thornton version.
Yeah, the Walter Matthau version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do I know that name? From Grumpier Old Men, that's why I know it. It's a great movie. So Beefcake, he's a fucking gigolo, right? He like has sex for money.
He's a male hooker barber.
They keep telling me he's a barber, but I don't know. He don't look like a barber.
Have you ever gone to your barber and they had see-through pants on? Because if they did, I'm walking right back out.
That's it, yeah. You don't trust that fucking guy.
I must be,
I
must be the wrong fucking place. Hey, he's got big ass gardening shears. You're like, no.
No.
So you have garden shears and opaque or transparent pants.
Sir, why do you have on so much baby oil? You're just cutting hair. You don't need baby oil to cut hair. Like, what are you doing? His ass says twist and shout, which I like. Oh,
is that Johnny B. Bad's gimmick?
Well, he must have stole it from the Honky Tonk Man because this is 1989.
Oh, that's some fast moving action from the Strike Force pants.
We saw a leapfrog there. We don't see too many leapfrogs in wrestling anymore. We need to bring leapfrogs back.
That and back body drops. You don't see them very often. Although, I forget which member of Pretty Deadly took a great back body drop from Braun Breaker, but that thing he went up in the air. He went way up.
Yeah, those guys know what they're doing. Oh, that looks stiff. He kicked the shit out of Tito. Oh, and now here we go. Tag team partners facing off.
I'm
Santana
a model.
Hasn't even took the shirt off yet. The Strike Force shirt he had it on earlier. Uh-oh. This is two handsome sons of bitches right here. Oh, what a drop kick there by Martel. Oh,
He's really hamming it up for the cameras there.
he is proud of himself, that is for sure. Oh, did you guys know? Glenn probably knows this, but you know that Martel's brother was a wrestler too.
I did not.
Mm-hmm.
He died.
Is this leading to a joke, or did that really?
No, I was just gonna
No,
say
no.
he died. He died in Puerto Rico. I don't know if it was during a match, but I know he did die when he was over there doing a show in Puerto Rico.
No. Was he stabbed by a fan?
I don't remember how he died. I'm sure Glenn is looking up on his phone right now, so I'm sure he's going to let us know here in a second. But I know he did die when he was in Puerto Rico, and he may have been stabbed by a fan, but I'm not 100% sure.
That sounds like Puerto Rico.
Maybe it was one of the bookers. Maybe one of the bookers stabbed him. I mean, I've heard of that happening too, allegedly.
Yeah. Don't have to pay a guy if he croaks.
I guess so. Big arm drag. I like that he's got a sombrero on his pants. Why does he need to have a sombrero on his pants? Is that so we'll know he's Latin American?
I think so. I think Bobby came up with that. Look at the punches. Oh, the crowd's going crazy for Dusty.
Oh,
He has so much energy. Like, I wish I had that much energy and positivity just to do anything.
to do anything at all. I need that positive energy to watch the Nebraska game tomorrow. I'm sure it's going to be painful.
You might need someone to bionic elbow your head by the third quarter.
Yeah, I'm going to ask my sister, just go ahead and bionic elbow my head. She's not going to know what I'm talking about.
Can she do the wind up too?
She probably could.
Okay.
You're really working on the boss man's arm here. Oh, he raked him right in the eyes. Is that Mike
Boss-
Chioda?
Boss man's
referee, I
upset
think.
his shirt's too dry. It's starting to
Yeah.
wet in the back, though. You can see it
He
working.
said, "God damn it, they didn't bring my slip and slide. How am I supposed to wrestle if I'm not dripping wet?" In the front, not the back, just the front.
Now, was this actually held on Thanksgiving night, too?
Either was Thanksgiving night or the night before Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Because I think they did Thanksgiving night or the night before Thanksgiving up until 1995. I think that was the first year they didn't do it. Which actually, this year's Survivor Series is the Saturday after Thanksgiving, so it is Thanksgiving weekend.
The War Games.
War Games.
It's just a heart attack.
Oh, he died.
Yeah,
So he
I
just died of a heart attack. So no, he was not murdered. So that's-
Michelle Martel.
Sherry Martel.
No,
Michelle.
Michelle,
Michelle Martel.
because they're French Canadians. They're French. No, I'm not going to do it. I was going to do it, but I can't. I was going to try to do a French Canadian accent, and that wouldn't have been good.
The only thing that I can do is the crowd go banana.
Aw.
Because that's what Pat Patterson would say.
Like a douchebag. Yeah.
I can't do any other French Canadian impression other than that. Then
Glenn, you want to give a shot at a French accent? Okay, Mayor of Canton. Who out of all the people in this match, who's your favorite superstar when you were a little kid out of all these people?
I'd probably have to say Dusty as a kid, but it wouldn't have been this iteration of Dusty, although I probably still loved him at the time. I'm sure I did. Because Dusty has had that charisma. So I'd have to say Dusty, and then probably after that, can I count Slick? I was a big fan of Slick as a kid.
Sure, yeah.
Who's she going?
I asked you your opinion, so yes.
Okay.
See, I never saw any like Jim Crockett promotions or any Dusty Rhodes. So he really never did anything for me on TV as a kid. So out of all the people in this match, that I was probably like the best person I would like to see was probably fucking the barber. Unfortunately, now that I think about it, in this match, looking at the talent in here at this time in 1989, it would probably been the barber. Glenn, when you were in your mid-20s or so, who would have been your favorite superstar out of these guys?
Dusty, because I was more into WCW then, so I didn't actually start watching WWF till 1990. So
So most of these guys you really hadn't even seen all that much, huh?
no,
I figured you guys would both say Dusty Rhodes. I figured that's what you'd say.
Yeah, well, at that time, I still was living, when he was very popular, I still was living in Memphis. So we got tons of WCW television down there.
So we've got the Rooster. Oh, we got a small package here. 1, 2. Oh, and when we say small package, we are not talking about the Miz, right, Mayor?
No, this is mighty big balls.
Yeah, that's right.
Very
That's right.
large. Maurice agrees.
I was gonna go the other way, but then I remember you were here to defend him, so I figured I'd just throw that one to you.
Now, Terry Taylor, I can't make any confirmation nor denial on his.
What the fuck is happening
on there? I'm not going to make any judgments on anything after what I just saw.
How
like-
could you?
I thought I went back to Cat Weasel and Bountiful Bobby. Or whatever, Bashful Bobby.
Yeah.
Bountiful Bobby. I like that one better. He looked like
There was definitely some
like the Red
Bountiful Bobby
Rooster.
going on.
Yeah.
The Red Rooster was doing some pecking, and then Honky Tonk Man was spit and he fell over. Very interesting
Oh,
stuff there.
man.
Wow,
He was pecking away.
he was for sure. He was a pecking some bitch. He was even coughing. Did you see him there when he's He was all choked up.
Sometimes
No
you get
surprise.
sometimes you get too much seed in your mouth, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
As a rooster, roosters eat seed. What are you sickos thinking about? Can't take you guys anywhere.
Oh Jesus! Oh,
We might be getting the flying burrito here, which is what I had for dinner tonight. Oh, Brent cut himself off. He couldn't take it. He might be having an asthma attack right now. I'm not sure.
I think so. That's what that big wheeze was.
He had to call in the inhaler.
Yeah.
Bring it in. Bring in the inhaler, Rachel. I'm out. I told Glenn you had to call in. Oh gosh.
No,
I'm back. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
I told Glenn you had to call in for the inhaler.
Man, it's happening. I didn't do it yet, but I'm going. I haven't
How's that
laughed that
been?
hard since we watched Survivor Series last year, and you were talking about Hillbilly Jim's overballs.
Yeah.
Something about Survivor
Holy cow.
Series.
Holy cow, that was good. Thank you.
That was
Oh, we got
all
Sweet
four
Sapphire.
of us, wasn't it, last year when we were watching that?
Yep, Jeremy was.
Jeremy was with us as well.
Is this the first showing of Sweet Sapphire?
I'm not 100% sure on that one.
I've got a real quick funny story for you. My friend, he likes to take it's a Wrestling Superstars trading card that has Dusty Rhodes and Sapphire on it where they're dancing in the ring. I forget which WrestleMania, maybe 6? Would it be 6? Or 5?
Yeah, it's 6. 6, you got it.
Okay, where they're dancing in the ring, which has nothing to do with any other person besides them. However, whenever he goes to conventions to have people autograph something, he takes that card and has them autograph it. So now he has like Road Dogg and various other wrestling people just have autographed this card that has nothing to do with them.
They're probably all like, what the fuck?
Yeah, why am I autographing Dusty and Sweet Sapphire's card here?
I get it, man, though. That's a great card. Dusty and Sweet Sapphire. They should put out a Sweet Sapphire figure. I'd buy that.
Maybe a 2-pack. Not 2-pack like All Eyes on Me, but
no, that's God damn it. That's Tupac. It's not Tupac. It was
I
have a K. You know, every time you say that, I'm going to say that, right?
I know. I like to do it.
I know you do.
Now, have they ever come out with a Survivor Series line where you get everyone in the team?
No, I don't think so. I mean, maybe back in the day, maybe they did, or 10 years ago or something, but not that I remember. That would be cool though, especially if they brought it like an old one like this. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
There's nothing I want more than a Red Rooster figure.
Now, some of those guys, Bad News isn't in the Hall, right? So he's probably also not on like a Legends deal or has any like estate family members on the Legends deal.
Yeah, I don't think so. I doubt it.
So they probably can't do him. And I'm pretty sure Martel isn't either, is he?
I don't believe so. Martel's still
and I know
living,
he's been
correct?
like away from wrestling and like just trying to hide from it for the most part.
Yeah, I haven't heard him out doing anything actually. Oh, and now the big bear hug. Has Bad News Brownie gotten the ring?
No. Well, I don't know. I don't think so.
He probably told them, "Look, motherfuckers, I'm not getting in the ring. Anybody got a problem with that?" They all said, "Nope." No,
He saw what Red Rooster was trying to do to Honky Tonk Man and said,
He said, "Hell no, I'm not doing that. He ain't pecking on me. I'll tell you that right now."
No.
Oh, I wouldn't do that. No.
He somehow tagged him in without a tag.
I would not have done that. He would have been the last person I pulled in.
You were right, Mayor. That was the first sighting of Sweet Sapphire.
Oh, good eye, pal. See, people would think the mayor wears those sunglasses because they look cool. No, they give him extra good vision so he can see things.
I do see so much better with these. Sometimes I wear them into work and I forget that I have them on and I just keep wearing them and I'm sitting there typing with my sunglasses on at work.
I wear my sunglasses at work while I look at insurance claims. Sorry. If you want, Mayor, I'll send you that ringtone. You can put it on your phone.
I'll actually just put that as my hold music at work.
That would be amazing. People would
Please hold. I don't even have another conversation to go. I just put people on hold so they have to hear it.
The mayor's got 17 people on hold. No. What I mean, I want them to hear the song just one more time. Just one more time. It's fine. So the only person who's been eliminated is who was on the other team? I don't even remember.
Tito?
It was Tito. It was Tito.
Tito got eliminated.
God damn it. Why did it have to be Tito? Why couldn't it have been Brutus the Barber Beefcake?
Because Terramana is better than Tito's.
Absolutely it is. I saw a guy going to... Oh, no, you didn't want to do that.
You did want to do that.
Oh, yeah, I would immediately
Don't just
apologize.
stand there.
I feel like Bad News has some sort of feelings towards Bossman and his Rebel Flag shirt right there.
Oh, yeah, he already
Yeah.
liked this motherfucker. Yeah, he already liked this motherfucker. And we were talking about how trailer here, Bossman wasn't wet, but he's certainly wet now, isn't he?
No, he's sweating up a storm now. It doesn't take long for Bossman to get
I'm
himself
pretty
wet.
sure that this exact same thing happened at the last Survivor Series we watched. Is that Bad News got into it with his teammates, and then he just said "fuck y'all" and left, which is what
Yeah.
he's doing right now.
Yeah, there it goes. It's
I mean, if it worked before, it works again.
I like Slick. Come on back. Come on.
Fuck these jive turkeys.
He's only contracted for a certain amount of time during. It's getting on a bit, lads. I'm going to go bye.
Yeah. He said, well, none of these motherfuckers are pinning me, so I'm not letting the barber pin me. Are you kidding me?
I'm not letting Bossman sweaty self pin me. Bossman looks like a waterbed imploded on him.
He does.
Like he went to sleep on the waterbed and like his badge poked it and just filled up the whole bed for him.
That's exactly what happened. Oh,
Maybe.
boy.
Now, do you think he's actually that sweaty, or do you think it's just the color of his shirt that enhances the sweat stains?
I think he's just that fucking sweaty.
Yeah, I do too. I was trying to give him an out. Sorry, Ray. God rest your soul.
We're not giving him an out, not on this fucking show.
Your sweaty soul.
That's another figure I need is a big boss man. I don't have a big boss man.
No,
Twist
I
and
don't
shout.
either.
What? I don't understand why it says twist and shout. He never sings twist and shout in this song.
No,
So-
he's an Elvis impersonator, not a Little Richie.
Right.
Or Little Richard, not Little Richie. That's from Family Matters.
Little Richie was from Family Matters. Glenn, were you about to sing the Family Matters theme song?
No.
Oh, okay. I really thought you were about to break into it. I was like, God damn, how does he know that?
It's a rare condition this day and age to read any good news in the newspaper page.
There you go. That's it. Glenn, do you have any idea what we're talking
Thank you.
about?
No. I'm
Okay.
not glad.
It's a lovely
After
song, Glenn.
After that rendition,
Not-
I'm quite pleased.
Not me singing
I get it.
but
I get it.
I'm sure the original singer is much better than I am.
Oh, we're not going to give Glenn any context either. We're just going to... Mayor made that whole song up.
Nice running knee to the kidneys by Brother
Oh.
Brudai.
It was the high knee. That's what he
What
called it
the
when he used the
hell?
booty, man. What happened?
I don't know. There's like a lot of trucks that are pulling down in front of my driveway, and I have no idea why.
Uh-oh. I don't like that.
No, I don't either.
It's the fans of the show. They've come to watch us live. I'm just kidding.
It must be. They're lining it up outside.
You could have done it on home, you dummies.
You guys just need to follow along and listen along. You can know that you can watch us on either
Right. You can-
Twitch or Twitter.
You can watch it from the comfort of your own home, you dummies.
Yeah, you don't have to come down here and interrupt and wake Loki and Angus up. Just push a
There's
button
like
on
a
your phone.
guy with a like orange jacket on that is just walking back and forth in the stands. I want to hope that he's a security guard, but it's just weird because if you look in the background, he just is walking back and forth every time. I was trying to not look at Bruce the Bar Beefcake's see-through pants. That's why I was looking at the crowd, if you're wondering.
Now it's okay when what was her name? I know her name is Kimberly in real life, but what was her name when WCW when she was with Brutus?
Oh, the booty babe.
Booty
was her
babe?
name. Yeah.
Booty Babe?
The booty babe. Have y'all ever seen the movie 40-Year-Old Virgin?
Yes.
She's in that movie.
Yeah, she's in like one of the quick dating scenes.
Yes, and
I
so
think.
is one of her nipples. Anyway, just saying, it's out there.
DDP yoga.
I'm sure she does it. They're not married anymore, but I'm sure she does. Oh, what a big shoulder block. I can't believe Brutus hasn't been eliminated yet, but better yet, why is the Red Rooster still here? Literally, why?
They had big plans for him though. It was just
Yeah, he was going to be the Intercontinental Champion.
yeah.
Well, he is the cock of the walk, right? He's the Red Rooster for crying out loud.
I mean, winning that Intercontinental belt, you have to go through the pecking order.
I like it. Glenn thought that was a terrible joke, but I love a good terrible joke.
Yes. So do I. I wouldn't be on here if I didn't, would I? Really?
Yeah, that's a good point. You wouldn't waste your time with this.
It's going on 3 a.m. for Glenn.
That's a very good point. Uh-oh,
Oh
one,
gosh, he
two.
really laid into
Oh,
that punch.
Mike Chioda. Great referee job there from that young Mike Chioda. Here we go. 1,
I'll
2,
be-
3. And Barbara's still in this fucking thing, and wet ass Ray Trailer is all by his lonesome.
Gosh, it is wet ass Ray Trailer.
I've been listening to Work in Progress. It's about episode 2. You can't tell me I don't enjoy a good bad joke.
You've got to enjoy multiple bad jokes an episode because that's what I've been doing for years. I do it to my family too. I just tell them, but nobody laughs at my bad jokes either. Most of the time, Rachel laughs sometimes, but I think she just wants me to feel better about myself when she laughs. She doesn't really laugh; it's kind of a fake laugh. Oh, Ray Trailer has lost at least a gallon of sweat. Finally, pen this
Got the boss
motherfucker.
man slam. There
1,
goes
2,
Rooster.
3.
One squash
Back to the
rooster.
barnyard, motherfucker.
Back to the barnyard.
Peck your ass back to the barnyard. The Godfather's waiting for you. After what I saw earlier, the Godfather's got to be waiting for him. Yeah. Well, I'm not going to say what he's going to do. You know what's going to happen. So now it's just the Boss Man versus Brutus the Barber Beefcake. Glenn, do you think there's any way in hell that Ray Trailer is going to be able to pull this off?
No.
No. What about
I
you?
thought we were
Man?
getting a boss man slam there.
You think Boss Man's gonna pin both these motherfuckers?
No.
No. You got two of the most untouchable blokes in wrestling at the moment against him.
Well, you know what I hope happens? I hope that somehow Coco Beware is added to this team and he gets the pin. But apparently that's not going to happen because Dusty Rhodes.
Dusty's just done it.
Dusty just pinned.
I feel like Sweet Sapphire comes in and dances with him.
Oh,
Maybe not.
that was the weakest
Ooh.
night. I'm so glad that Brutus didn't sell that first one because the first one was not good.
It wasn't
I'm so
good.
glad that
Brutus didn't even
sell
realize
it.
he got hit with the nightstick.
No.
You're right. He didn't even know.
He was all pain pilled up. He had his fanny pack on full of the somas and didn't even know what was going on.
He's like, man, I've been carrying Hulk's weed all week. I don't feel nothing. I haven't felt anything since Thursday. Oh, I am not okay with the violence against referees.
Mike
I'm
Chioda got
not
shoved
okay.
down hard.
He did. Good Lord.
That's some police
that a young-
brutality
I
there.
think that's a young Shane McMahon over there, too. The other referee on the outside. He's now choking Dusty Rhodes. Chioda's fucking tough. He got right back up. He ain't no punk. And now
because the barber
Beefcake's
is going.
gonna cut some motherfuckers. Fucking almost Mike Chioda. He almost stabbed him in the head. Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Don't go chasing waterfalls. Sorry. Because he did chase all the waterfalls.
It already
That's why
looks like he's been attacked by those shears anyway.
That's true. He also looks like he's been attacked by a waterfall. He's that
Yeah.
fucking wet. Now, is he bleeding from the nightstick or is it because the barber cut him? Like, that's what I want to know.
Yeah.
I don't want to fucking know. Oh.
What do you get from running with shears?
That's
Yeah,
right.
don't run with scissors.
Teach you some. They don't teach that in barber school. I know they don't. Well,
Scissor
that's
me,
where we
Daddy
really-
Brutus.
Mm. He was the original. He was the original Scissor Me. So people should give him credit where credit's due.
Very much so.
Well, that's gonna do it from us.
Mhm.
Go ahead. I'm gonna let you plug first. What do you want to plug?
At Piece of Business Podcast
That's the one.
on Twitter at GA WrestleNut. That's me on Twitter. Yep. It'll be dropping Tuesday this week because it's back to work for me. So we'll record Monday night and we'll drop it Tuesday. Episode 102.
102. Hey, what about you?
What are we plugging
Anything you
tonight?
wanna plug?
What are we gonna plug? I'm about to plug these people that are pulling down my driveway here and with some slugs. I don't know what the heck's going on out here, but no one should be driving down the corner of my road. What am I gonna plug?
FBI? Is the FBI outside?
I don't know. It sounds like they actually stopped. I might need. To
I always
go out
knew you were
there.
into some sort of nefarious things, Mayor. I knew it. No, I'm just kidding.
I might need to go out there and figure out what's going on. But yeah, I'll plug Mountain Dew, Hard Dew, Deliciousness, and SportsWire Radio up there in the upper right-hand corner. Listen along. Click that SportsWire button. Although there's not a button, but I believe if you
It's
there
in the
might
link
be a
in my bio.
SportsWire link on the AWI Pod
It's in my Twitter bio.
bio.
Yes.
I was looking for the word there. Yeah, follow along at AWI Pod.
There you
Give us a
go.
listen.
He did all my plugs, and now so I don't have to do them. So, how do you like that? How do you like that?
And if you need rooster seed, Terry Taylor has a lot of seed to sell you.
And I almost died. Listening to that one. I'll tell you right now. Well, that's it. We will talk to you next time.